Take the deal. Chapter 2. What's in it for me? Jane is now back at work from a strange weekend. As she sits at her desk, she remembers Jack's birthday party. What a wonderful party! Problem is, nobody likes the cookies. Jane remembers the ideas from the focus group. Kill the man who makes them. Does your dog like them? Throw them away. Send them to hell. Nothing too useful. She needs to do something about Jim. She wants him fired. Then she remembers the conversation with Jack. Let's recap. Just think about it for a second. If your company does some marketing work for my party, my government can buy your horrible cookies. But is this legal? Can your government really buy these cookies? I don't know. This sounds bad. Bad? It's a brilliant idea. Look, if you don't sell these cookies, your company will close in 2 months. If your company closes, lots of people will lose their jobs. If people lose their jobs, they will vote for my opponent, Josling. Why should I suffer because your useless production manager can't make good cookies? I say that isn't fair. And you're right. My idea isn't good. It's amazing. Apart from that, making money makes you feel good. Believe me. I think I can take the deal, but first I want to know what kind of advertising work you want me to do. And I need to tell my boss about it. He's the marketing director. He needs to agree. Anyway, I don't need you to do anything strange or hard. It's just a bit of advertising work, that's all. Jane thinks Jax is right. This is her time to become a really good professional. I may be promoted, or I might get more money. I will become somebody very important in this company. I will be a heroine. She needs to think as a businesswoman now. She remembers the power post's report on the BBC. If you stand still on a power post for 2 minutes without moving, you can start to feel strong or powerful when the time comes to talk to important people. You can take risks when you need to make a business decision. Exactly what she needs now. She stands up and gets into the first power pose. 2 minutes standing to feel strong to pitch her business. 2 minutes sitting with her feet on the desk to feel powerful to convince her boss. And 2 minutes leaning on her flip chart to take the risk to speak up. Wonderful! She is now ready to take the risk and go to talk to Eric, her boss. She takes her flip chart and walks out. Eric is very much impressed. He can see a different Jane, powerful, strong, ready to take risks. He can see a lot of money too. He immediately accepts and takes the deal. But this is not enough for Jane anymore. She decides to get into a power pose and say, with him, what's in it for me? I can tell you what I want. I want Jim fired. He's the worst production manager on earth. And I want a promotion to Cookie-F marketing manager and a big fat pay rise. I understand how you feel about Jim. Problem is, it's not easy to fire him. He is the CEO and founder's grandson. As to the promotion, I think you will agree to this. You are now our new marketing manager. Okay, you have a deal. I accept. That can be enough for now. Get ready to make money. Jane is very happy now. Her dreams may come true. This is the happiest day of her life, but Jim is still a problem. She needs to get rid of him. She needs him fired. How about poisoning Jim's cookies? Cookie-F doesn't care if the cookies are horrible, but they may care if they get food poisoning. But How can she poison the cookies? She needs to access the production line and she needs to get food poison. What about the security guard, that horrible man in the storage room? He may catch her poisoning the cookies. She decides to investigate him first. Suddenly, Eric comes into her office. "Hi, Jane. How's your boyfriend? When can we start selling the cookies to his government?" Jane answers, "Soon, I'm sure. I can talk to him this evening and get back to you with a plan tomorrow." Eric asks, "And what about the marketing work we need to do for him? What do we have to do exactly?" Jane answers, "I don't know yet, but tomorrow I'll tell you everything about it. By the way, tell me more about the security guard who is downstairs in the storage room. What is his job exactly?" "Don't worry about him. He's just in charge of security, that's all." "Why do you need to go to the storage room anyway?" "You have a lot to do. Get to it." Eric leaves her office a bit worried. He doesn't want Jane to ask questions about the security guard. Finally now, Jane can go back to her plan, finding out about that security guard before poisoning the cookies or doing anything else. But what excuse can she give to go to the storage room downstairs again? Coffee! That's a good idea. She can say she needs coffee for the chill-out zone. She needs to make sure nobody follows her, so she pretends to go to the toilet first. There's nobody. Good. Then she pretends to go to the chill-out zone to make coffee. There's nobody again. Good again. Alice is concentrated on her work. She doesn't see Jane going to the stairs. Jane walks very quietly now, and when she's sure Alice can't see her, she runs down the stairs without making any noise. Jane is scared now. She remembers the security guard. She's very much afraid. Nobody follows her. There's nobody. She goes into the storage room. She carefully walks to the mysterious door at the back. She puts her ear to the door. Suddenly, she hears people talking inside. "Are you nuts? We don't play like this in New York." "Another round, please." "I can see you're bluffing. I call you bluff, jerk." Poker. They are playing poker, Jane thinks. "Don't be a donkey, sweetie. All in. Keep it down, ladies and gents." That's the security guard. He doesn't want people to speak loudly. But Jane can hear perfectly. There are people playing poker in Cookie's storage room. Suddenly, her phone rings. The security guard inside says, "What's that noise? Is that your phone, Judge?" Jane thinks, "Judge? Is the security guard talking to a judge?" She quickly declines the call, and now she hears somebody coming to the door. She runs down the corridor and opens another door. She goes in quickly. She switches on the light. It's a very different room. She doesn't close the door completely because she wants to see who comes out of the mysterious room. She looks around. It's the pantry room. It's full of washing liquids, disinfectants, brooms, buckets, and other stuff like that. She sees washing liquid. Can washing liquid cause food poisoning? Probably it can, but not now. Her phone rings again. It's Jack. She takes the call this time. She speaks very quietly. "Hi, honey."
"Hi, love. I'm in your office now. Where are you? I want you to talk about the marketing work my party needs you to do."
"Are you in my office now? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm out of the office in a meeting with a client, but we can talk about it this evening."
"The problem is, honey, that I need you now. There is some urgent marketing work we need to do."
"Okay, I understand. I'll be there in 15 minutes. Oh, this is bad luck. Coffee beans. Perfect. She takes the coffee beans packet and gets ready to come out, and looks out of the door. After a couple of minutes, somebody comes out. It's Judge Gerard. He's a Supreme Court judge. Jane recognizes him from the news on TV, and a second later, a sexy lady comes out. Come, babyface, let's not leave yet. You can still make a win. The security guard comes out now. He says, No more going out, none of you. Somebody may see you. This is a company, remember? You know the rules. The judge goes in again with the sexy lady and the door closes behind them. The guard looks around to make sure there's nobody there and goes in again too. Jane can't believe her eyes. She waits to make sure nobody else comes out and goes out of the room as fast as she can. She needs to get back to her office to see Jack. Her boss, Eric, finds her. What are you doing? Why are you here? Tell me you're not wasting your time going to that storage room again. Jane thinks quickly. She hears the Power Posse's researcher on the BBC in her mind. Of course not, she says. Jax is in my office. I'm here to get coffee. There's no more coffee in the chill-out zone. Jax is here? Great! I want to come to that meeting too. No, you can't. This is my contract, remember? He wants to discuss the marketing work he needs me to do. Jane looks at Eric seriously. But tell me, why are you here? Oh, I'm here to get coffee too. Okay, see you later then. Let me know how it goes with Jack, says Eric and goes on walking towards the storage room. Jane goes to the chill-out zone. She needs to make coffee now. She needs to stop thinking about the security guard and Judge Gerard. Jane walks into her office. She finds Jax using her computer and gets angry. Don't touch my computer. What are you doing? Says Jane. She doesn't have anything to hide yet, but she wants to protect her right to privacy. I'm bored. Do you have any computer games here? I can't access the internet. Do you know why? Asks Jack. There's no reason to look into my things and use my computer, says Jane. Okay, sweetie, let's not argue. I'm sorry. Look, we need to talk about the digital marketing campaign my party needs. I have a PowerPoint presentation for you. I'll talk you through it. Here you have all you need to know to design the campaign. My party and I trust you completely on this. Mission, get back up. Jack gets very serious and takes some handouts out of a folder. He shows them to Jane. As you can see in the chart, my opponent Josley starts the year in a similar position in the polls. But after the corruption scandal in April, people like her and hate me. We need to change that. Hold on, says Jane. What corruption case are you talking about? Don't you read the newspapers? Sorry, forget this question. Your boyfriend is a politician. Maybe not reading the newspapers is the best thing you can do. Of course I read the newspaper, but I don't remember reading about a corruption case where you are in. Are you in a corruption case? Of course not. But the newspaper says my party is corrupt. So people start believing it, and the opinion polls shows what they think about us. If this goes on, Jocelyn can win the next election. You have to help me. I can buy all the cookies you need. I'm the mayor now, concludes Jax with a smile. I still don't know what you want me to do. Okay, I see. Hold on. Let me move on to my next slide. This is the result of 3 weeks' work by our private detective on Jocelyn's lives and background. As to how she spends her time, this pie chart clearly shows she likes her lover and raising much more than her job or her family. So clearly, people can't trust her to run this town. Moving on to my next point, please note how she spends her party money. Sometimes she disappears for a week and nobody knows where she is. Honey, I need you. Please start a good digital marketing campaign. Tell the public who this woman really is, what she does, where she gets the money from. Get people to write comments on Twitter, Facebook, everywhere. Write press releases. Do everything it takes. I want her publicly ruined. This is all true, but please feel free to invent any other dirty piece of information about her. I can't invent things. People can say we publish fake news. We can be arrested for that. Don't worry about it. We can always say the Russians are behind it. Everybody says that. I know many technicians who can confirm it if it is necessary at some point. Answers Jack, who always thinks of everything and takes his job very seriously. Suddenly, Jim comes in, wearing his pajamas for inspiration. Jim, please leave now. I can't talk to you now. Jane doesn't know if this is a good idea. Jane is really interested and stops thinking about the storage room downstairs almost completely. This is not a typical marketing campaign. She needs to talk to Eric first.